all of those things. And then, he's become, he's kind of helped, work to perfect his craft a little bit. He's worked hard to be good at the position that he plays. So give him a lot of credit. And like I said, if we have to use him a few more plays, we will. And we'll go from there.
He's an old school type of guy. We asked Mike Rose about it, I think, yesterday, and he just said, man, he loves to hit.
Yeah, he loves practicing. He just loves football. Like, he just loves the game and respects the game, and the game's important to him, and you can tell by the way he works.
Are there quarterbacks, whether it's Delton or Duggan, I mean, is it similar with both of them, or is it different stuff if they bring one in?
It's probably a little different stuff, but their offense, I don't think doesn't change, I guess, per se. I think they obviously have different skill sets, maybe, but the offensive scheme doesn't seem to change when they're in or out of there. So I don't think it makes a lot of difference of, hey, this guy's in or that guy's in. I think you just have to have some awareness, of who is in there and what they like to do the best. And I think that's probably the key for our guys.
The fact that Duggan's father is a football coach, a very good football coach, what do you like about that? I mean,
well, he's a coach's kid.
I'm just using him.
Yeah,
You've got coach's kids.
Yeah, he's a coach's kid, and coach's kids kind of get it. They understand the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, and they learn to handle it all. I mean, I think that's what coach's kids do, and I think that's what he does. You can tell by a young guy, he doesn't get rattled. And he's been in the games. He's had a lot of pressure on him. When your dad's the coach, there's a lot of pressure on you. You have to be better than everybody and anything. And sure, and so that's the pressure that gets put on you now. He's out there playing, and it's no different than what he's used to. So I have a lot of respect for him, and really a good football player and a good young man.
What are the challenges of TCU's running backs? They're both quite different.
Well, they're really physical. It's interesting, those guys, we were even talking today, those guys have, the weight room, physically stronger, faster, all of those things. So you can tell they've put in the work, and they're playing like it for sure.
What's allowed your linebackers to have success with pressure? I think Mike said a lot of people should turn on the film, and a lot of it's going to be the defensive line creating it for them. But what's the combination of the linebackers and your D-line?
Well, I think that's it. I think just the combination. I think those guys working together, and a lot of times the D-line is kind of penetrating, and everybody's kind of got them in their sights, and our guys have been able to, OV and Mike are good blitzers, and we always talk about it's not the blitz that you call, it's who you're sending, and it's always the blitzers, and those are the guys that make the difference, and those guys have a little knack for it.
How long does it take you as a defensive coordinator to find out when a guy is the right guy to send on a blitz?
A couple plays. I mean, honestly, like either they can do it or they can't. They just it's like guys that can go block punts. Like you do one punt block drill, and man, that guy's really good at it, and it's just because they can. They can run in there and take the ball off the guy's foot, and it's just easy. And same thing with blitzers. I mean, they have the ability to figure out their way through it. They can see it all happening in front of them, and so it doesn't take very long.
What's the top trait that you look for in a Mike?
Oh, they've got to be, there's a lot of them, but probably the top trait just being physically tough. You got to be tough to play in there. You're getting whacked at about every different direction, left and right and straight ahead and high and low and cracked. And so you got to be a mentally and physically tough guy, first of all.
Is your defensive system set up for those guys to have success, you think, just in the way, obviously those guys got to go out and make plays, but just the way you coach it, the way the system's organized, is it set up for them?
Well, I think anytime, and I think, and I've said this before, in all of athletics, your guys down the middle got to be the guys like the second baseman and the catcher and the pitcher and the center fielder. It's no different. Those are the guys you need to have success. That's kind of in our defense, in the 50 front, the odd front. Those are the guys that, they're the Mike, the nose, and the star. And so those guys have the opportunities because of some of the defensive, scheme of it. But really, those guys make their own plays, I mean, in all fairness.